the things I've noticed since utilizing this energy level of Q-ray, twine, I find that I have a stamina and an energy that I didn't have before.
Hey, Sue, thanks so much for coming to spend time with me today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing your story. So can you tell us a little bit about how you were feeling prior to QHS?
I was pretty active before coming in. I basically used to go to a gym or go swim or something, about some kind of exercise, walking, swimming, go to a gym about, I'd say 3 days a week or something like that. And so I would try to remain very active. I also am working on projects for mentally. I'm active with that because I'm working on projects for a master's degree. So I'm kind of like involved in a lot of different things.
Very
And
cool.
so that's where I was when I came into it. But as I told you, when I came into it, I have had, I guess it came at a perfect time in my life because I've had nonstop injuries to my spine, and which required surgery because they were compression fractures of 50%. And so the first one was 50% compression fracture on the nerves. And so it prevented me from walking, from standing up from a sitting position. And so I had a lot of, so I had my 5 children got me a lift chair so I could lift myself up from a sitting position. So I really had a lot of pinched nerves. So I'm really thankful to be able to walk. And so I've had like surgery on my shoulder since then due to injury. And let's see, a tree fell on me. So then I just had a lot of surgeries due to injuries. And the last 4 years, so one of them came into my life through my sister, my dear sweet sister, Eva Jew Thomas, about a year ago now. I started, and in the first week of August, and I basically find, that's how I came in. She urged me to come in, and then later on the option was to get this larger device. And so I have 2 of the small devices at this point.
Nice. She's sweet. Very sweet.
Yeah, I bought the second one. So a lot of my previous friends from education way back when I was in my 20s, like Vivian, who I think is on the quantum. Anyway, so some of my other friends are into quantum. And so I stepped in and I use it faithfully every day. I write in my diary faithfully every day. I haven't been able to get on as many of the question and answer times as I would like to, because I'm often in therapy. I tell you the truth, at that time I have physical therapy that I've had to go to as a result of the injuries when those were ordered by a surgeon. So that's why.
Have you put the device directly on your injury spot, like your sacrum right now? Okay, good.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. I have used it that way. And I just, I don't notice a dramatic, or even a slow change of the pain, but I do notice that I have more energy. I don't know if all my extra energy through wearing them has made me think I could do all these big things and my bones won't do it and then they snap, but I really do have a lot of extra energy, and I do have stamina that I don't remember having before. I don't remember having it like before. I would just I would kind of drag or something like that, but I have a lot of stamina. And I mean, once I had the injuries, like previous to those, I didn't, like 3-4 years ago, I was a mover a lot. So my what did it be called? My hobby, after my children are all in college and often married and different things, my hobby has been growing rare tropical organic trees. So I surround, I do organic landscaping. So I basically landscape my yard with things that are beneficial to the body. Like
Nice. Like what?
well, like, okay, so I have Barbados cherry, which they make vitamin C from. Acerola cherries are made, they make that, you know, natural vitamin C. If you would see that in a health food store as one of the main ingredients for vitamin C naturally. And that tree bears cherries about 7 months of the year.
Nice.
It has cherry blossoms or cherries on it. I live in Central Florida. Where are you, by the way?
In California.
Okay, so basically, so it does bear cherry. So I also grow. I have dragon fruit. Are you familiar with dragon fruit? That helps to cleanse the liver.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's on a cactus sort of a plant. So then I also have macadamia nuts from Hawaii. They grow on my tree. And I used to have a pecan tree, but I traded it for something else to a master grower, master gardener. So basically, I also have guava. Have you heard of guava?
Yeah.
Okay. And I have citrus, of course. I have, Myers lemons, and these are all grown with organic soil and organic for bug prevention and all that. So that's what I do.
That sounds awesome. I love it.
So
So tell me a little bit about what you meant about your nervous system and crisis.
okay, what I would say that I basically, I think my outlook, my mental health and my outlook, and is like, I feel like this thing has changed me in one area specifically, and not so much because of these injuries have been very critical. I mean, they've been compression fractures near nerves and in your spine, and I have a lot of cartilage that is missing. I have a lot of, like, people who X-ray. I probably have had 20 X-rays and MRIs in the past year, and a lot of X-rays. So I've been exposed to a lot of that, which I don't like. But anyway, so basically, and they are just trying to diagnose and just see what's going on. And so he had actually scheduled me for 2 more major MRIs next Friday to determine how this surgeon is very meticulous. He's not happy with the way the orthopedic people, he's not happy with the way the orthopedic people did the MRI. Was it clear enough or was it thorough enough? So he has to have one that he feels covers that area so I have to have 2 more. And
so go back to what you were saying about your nervous system.
Okay, so I just feel that really the things I've noticed since utilizing this energy level of Q-ray, twine, I find that I have a stamina and an energy that I didn't have before. Okay. I mean, no amount of green tea or even moringa. I don't know if you've heard of moringa, but I grow those trees, and I grow bananas, natural, organic, and just a lot of things that help the body. But I've never gotten the amount of energy that I have from the twine energy.
Well, and since you're looking into all this surgery and stuff, pretty soon you are going to be able to go into the Q arc, where you're gonna, I mean, we're getting ready, we're gearing up, the admin's going pretty soon, and then the VIPs, and then everyone else. So, but what are you excited about? Having a healthy 30-year-old body and all this wisdom.
Listen, I'll just be happy to have a healthier body. I don't care if it's 40, I don't care if it's 50, I don't care what year it is. I'm not thinking that, oh, you're going to have this, dream Barbie situation. I'm not thinking that. I'm going into this thinking that I will improve my overall health quality. And I think that it'll improve my joints, which I have almost all my joints have been damaged through injuries. I have had about 5 major car injuries, which I didn't cause. I wasn't ticketed for, but I've been hit by other vehicles. And so that's been over the past 20 years. So I think that I know those injuries have created scar tissue, which has also created arthritis. So I have major arthritis, which I've seen. I have so many specialists. I have arthritis specialists. I have blood specialists who want to give me shots to strengthen my bones. So I hope, and I'm hoping and praying that it will be able to strengthen my bones and take me back to pre not osteopenia and osteoporosis, but above that level where I was before COVID, like 4 years ago, at least 4 years ago. I'm hoping to strengthen my bones. I'm hoping to, and all my joints where drunk drivers and that have hit me, I have arthritic joints because of that, like my hands and different places.
So once you have all this and your body's completely healthy, how is this going to make your life better? What are you going to do?
What are my plans?
Yeah.
Okay. My plans after that, I don't know that I'll be continuing on with organic gardening and things like that, research that I've done on that. I actually have worked for 10 years at a medical center in Orlando, and that medical center was to treat the poor of Orlando. Two very prominent doctors gave up their practices, internal medicine and pediatrics, to treat those working poor, those people who fell through the cracks, who actually may have had top-notch insurance and with IBM and Hyatt companies, and then they got a heart attack or they got injured in some way that caused them to lose their job, then lose their insurance. So we deal with those people who could no longer obtain insurance because no other company would pick them up because they had pre-existing conditions.
Yeah.
So basically, I worked with them for 10 years in establishing it and setting it up. And I worked in the social work department, and I'm a mental health counselor.
Oh, wow. That's a big job.
I know. I love it. And that's what I would, that's sort of a deal I would work on and maybe do some things remote. I don't know what I'll do exactly, but I'm hoping to help people with I have a master's degree in that, and also in school counseling there's a lot of school issues with children. I don't know. I mainly think I will go back to the medical center.
Okay.
If I get better health and all that.
You will. Have faith.
Okay, thank
So
you.
what are you going to do for you personally? Is there anything that you're excited about? I mean, I talked to your brother-in-law last night, and I talked to your sister a couple days ago, and they told me their projects and what they're going to be doing. They're excited about. Are you going to do anything for yourself personally, Sue?
Well, I think really what I want to do is just overall strengthen what you're going to give me. If this thing gives me some new joints and some new things, like I'm hoping to work on strengthening that and work on serving other people. That's my goal. I'm working on strengthening it and serving other people in the capacity of social work. That's what my field is, from college and then from graduate school.
Nice.
And so we founded a drop-in center for about 150 teenagers in another country, in Montreal. And so I've lived there for 10 years. So I've just done mission work and things like that. So I'll do something that helps other people.
Yeah, Eva was very, she said, our family sticks together. We work together and we do everything together. And I just felt like that was such a beautiful statement. I mean, I was like, wow, you're so fortunate. That's beautiful.
That's true. Yeah. And so, yeah, we've done a lot of things together.
That's nice. You're blessed.
I am very blessed. I'm very blessed. So basically, I don't know where that will be exactly. It could be here. It could be working back with the medical center here that treat the poor of Orlando. They don't just take, only immigrant. They take people who are established in the area, but who have, who are working and trying and building a life and just fell through the cracks, like top-notch nurses who've nursed all over the world, and that I was able to counsel with, who went out of depression over their heart condition and over losing their job. And I was able to work with them until they were more stable and healthy. So I love that type of work.
Yeah, that's actually good, because when you help them, they're going to go help others. So it's almost like it's exponential.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
We found
perfect.
that with the work that we did in Montreal, there were about 35 young people who went on all over the world. Some people went to Amsterdam, some went to all parts of Canada and the United States, and they created helping relationships all those places.
Oh,
They're
that's
serving
beautiful.
people. Yeah. So I hope to continue on to do that until my last dying breath. I hope to do that. So I'm hoping to also get 15 more years somehow of healthy living so that I can serve other people and serve my community well. I want to be able to serve them well. And I tend to neglect my own body. So this is the first thing I've really done for my own body, because I'm very thankful for the opportunity.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, I am happy to see where you're going and what you're going to do, Sue. So what would you like to say in closing?
Well, I just am grateful to the admin team. I put that on my notes often. For all the work that has gone behind this. I personally am not looking for this to be like a magic wand or like a Disney character that pops out and makes you into something else. But I'm just looking for a better quality of joints and health, and to be able to serve other people for a good number of years, maybe 10 years, 15 years. I would love that. And I do appreciate all the behind the scenes effort and extra work that goes into making it possible for it to improve other people's health. My expectations perhaps are lower than a lot of other people. I don't expect to walk out with a totally different, I'm only expecting to have my joints working well again, and my organs working well again. That's all. That's what I'm looking forward to. I don't necessarily have to have a physically body that's so different that nobody recognizes me or anything like that. It's okay. Whatever I have, I'm going to use it to serve other people.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure you're going to go very far and be pleasantly surprised when you see the end result. Will you come back? Will you come back and do a part 2 with me?
I will. I'll say I'm shocked.
I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait.
Because I feel like I've listened to the Q&A, and I'm not putting all this heavy duty expectation on the ARC. I just feel like if I'm improved any percentage, I'm thankful. And my greatest need would be in the osteoporosis and in my joint health. And of course, mental, I'd love for my mental capacity to be stronger than ever before. So those are the areas I would hope to have really improved, that I would be able to remember and be able to serve people well. That's what my thing is, that I'll be able to do that. And not that I'm losing my memory, but I just want to make sure I don't.
And if it does all the things that Dr. A says it does, you will have decades of service ahead of you.
Well, I hope to have a good decade. Thank you. I hope he's a prophet.
Well, he knows.
I've listened to him before, and what he helped him. But like I say, if I'm improved by mainly the mental sharpness and to be able to serve people well, and also the physical ability to serve people, that's what I greatest desire. I really don't necessarily want to have a body that looks 30 years younger than it did when it went in. That's not as important to me as to have a body that's used, that can be used as to minister to others in some way.
And
whether it's mentally, emotionally connecting with them, and also physically being able to do it. That's what I need to be able to do again.
Well, I'm sure you'll have that and more as a bonus. So it will be fun to have you back.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, what do we do afterwards? We just schedule an appointment with you?
I
Is
don't
that
know
what you
yet.
said?
We'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. Well, I'm sure you'll find out because I mean, we don't know what's exactly going to happen, but we do want to have post QARC videos. So I'd love to have you back and
Yeah,
it's going to be
that's one
fun.
thing I haven't really done. I haven't really done an in-person video with anybody but you. You look so responsible and easy to talk to, as far as what I watched you on the Q&A, and I thought I could talk to her, but I don't want to make a video of me talking about rah, rah, rah. I just don't, I'm kind of shy on that. I don't like to be, I'm not a soloist. I'm a team player. That's what I'm saying. I like to be on the
Cool.
team and improving the whole team, not necessarily me, if that makes sense
Well,
to you.
by you, oh yeah, and by you sharing your testimony, we're going to be opening our doors again in a couple weeks for new members, but all of these testimonials are going to help them see what's possible and give them
Uh-huh.
all hope for them, their own body.
Well, that's
And
what I've gotten hope as a result of quantum, because it really does increase your desire to work through the pain or work through the joints or work through the issues. It's not that those issues have dramatically changed, because mine are drastic. I mean, I realize there are other people in there who have cancer and many other pains that they're dealing with, but I have a lot of joint and arthritic pains due to injuries, car accidents, or my own falling, or things falling on me. But I just really, really feel like it has helped me to with the stamina and the energy I wouldn't even have taken on these in the midst of pain, this amount of pain. So it hasn't really lifted that cloud, but it has helped me to go through it. Kind of like the dove in the storm. I can swim, I can fly through this because this is helping.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, my darling Sue, thank you so much for spending time with me and sharing your story. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you very much. So how did you get into this? How did you get to do this? What happened with you?
Well, essentially what happened was I was supposed to interview Darlene for my podcast because I used to have a podcast for 6 years. And then Cynthia showed up for the interview as well as a surprise. And so I interviewed them both. And then the next day she offered me an admin role.
Okay.
So it was a God thing.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
There's
So
no other explanation.
you were doing interviews, you said? I mean, what were you doing prior to that?
I'm a health coach. I had a podcast. And so
Okay.
I asked them to come on the podcast because I joined as a member. And so they came on my podcast and then offered me
Oh,
admin the next day.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you work with doctors and medical teams and things that I've worked with, that kind of thing before?
Not right now. I'm only at QHS right now, but I've interviewed a lot of different holistic doctors. I'm very
Oh, neat.
natural.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
so I've interviewed a lot in this part of the world. I guess you're mainly in California, but the holistic doctors for many years from all parts of Florida that I've interviewed that started the holistic center here in Orlando, as far as the natural health college of natural health here. So I've interviewed those people. I actually went to them for years and years. And before
I
they,
interviewed Dr. Minkoff in Florida. He has a wellness center. I don't remember what it's called, but he says he has a staff of 60. So I'm sure it's a pretty big wellness center. And I interviewed Brave TV. What's his name? Dr. Jason Dean. He's in Florida. That's the last that I can remember at this point, but yeah, it was fun. I learned a lot from all of those, doctors and researchers and stuff. And so I took private clients, but I don't take them anymore because I'm like 100% working for QHS. So
Okay.
I love it. It's super fun.
Aw. You have been a health coach for how long? How long were you doing
Since
that?
2011.
Oh, neat. That's really cool.
Okay,
And
my darling, thank you
thank you.
so much. Have a
All
beautiful
right,
day. Okay, Sue.
you too. Take care. Thanks so
Thank
much for
you.
your help. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye for now.
Thank you for making this QHS project fly. This valorous admin team, thank you. The Key community welcomes you. Thank you for making your home QHS healthy and happy. Thank you for helping us place QH centers all around the world. Together, hand in hand, we make miracles happen. QuantumHealingSystems.org. Thank you.